I'm shockingly comfortable, Toby. Sorry I woke you up. Not having any plans this morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you doing this morning? Oh, let's go through all these messages. We got a lot. Zane's dad, 7 months in a row. Let's go. L. Kirby US, 25 months of sub. And Alan Chaos Shutco, 33 months of sub. And the Mongoose, 11 months of sub. And Pens Pencils plus 32 months of sub. And let's go. How are y'all this morning? Let's go. I'm actually using a shaky pen this morning. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing, chat. Let me look at these messages. I think I got some stuff to check in here. Oh man, I've already lost some messages. Rip. So if I missed your early messages and it's something I need to answer, let me know. We are live. Yeah. This is selfish, but I wish Brad streamed daily. I couldn't do daily, but the one thing I've never done, which would actually solve that problem, and I'll probably never happen, is like have like work streams where I'm actually like kind of head down working, but we could chat a little bit. I just get too distracted. Y'all are too much fun to hang out with. Peck of Purple Plumes, 7 months. Howdy dowdy. Gel Nail Chick, 8 months of subbing. Good morning. Wow, y'all have brought out the sneezes already. Hang on. Whew, double barrel. Let's go. Wow. Okay. Where are we at? Still checking out here. Let's check out all these messages. Good morning. SF Pin Show shirt. That's right. This is the rickshaw shirt. So that was my Superman move. Greetings. My productivity is low enough as it is. Facts. That is factually correct. Brad stream equals productivity dive. You could do hangout streams. Yeah. Like that'd be like a Monday afternoon thing or some other like Tuesday night, Thursday night type of things. Anyone here when Studio Neat will ship the iridescent purple Mark 1? I did not order that one, so I am not sure. If anyone has it, let me know. SF Pen Show shirt. That's right, Marty. Hey, Marty, put the link to the Retro 51 in the chat. Let's talk about that real quick. Since we're doing an AMA today, like literally, we can do whatever y'all want today. No plans. I've got some little scribble notes here. Mickey, 36 months of subbing. Let's go. But let's get Marty's Retro 51 collab in. I was excited to see the glow-in-the-dark version. Cleaning pens and doing taxes this morning, getting excited about the Atlanta Pen Show. Nice. Who got subbed for Girls Gone Wild? I missed that. Or who got botted. Brad, did you see my Lamy combos? I did. They look very, very good. Murdoch, let's go. You missed Atlanta food? So there's actually some decent places around the show hotel now. I mean, Heirloom Barbecue's always been like the GOAT, but it's hard to like travel. Like you're kind of stuck a little bit. I mean, Waffle House, tier 1, right? S tier. Happy Time Zone, spring. Yeah, it's officially spring now, right? Gun Show is arguably one of my favorite restaurants. I don't know that one. I should look that up. Interesting name. All right, let's look at this. Look at that. Whoa. What's going on here? What is this camera situation? I promise I'm still here. See, I'm still here. What is this? What the Hades? There's like, hang on. There's like 2 cameras here. I promise I'm here. See? That's my confused face. Oh, look, there's my hair in the background. This is dumb. There we go. But I probably ruined this one. Did I ruin this one? Nope, I'm still there. Oh, this one's borked. What is happening? We got gremlins this morning, chat. We got gremlins this morning. Scene reveals. Can y'all see the words on this, on that little thing? Oh no, that's the chat. Man, imagine not touching anything and then waking up to that. Imagine, chat. Imagine dragons. Sorry. All right. This is ridiculous. This is all screwed up, and I'm desperate to fidget with it, but I won't, just for the sake of all of our collective sanity. All right. Yeah, so this glows. So Marty showed me this in Baltimore. So it's this awesome sprinkle ops here, and check this out. Bam. Bam. OBS is nice like that. Well, we got a train wreck going this morning. That's the worst thing, is not understanding what actually changed, because nothing changed. So you're just screwed. So yeah. And it's a combo pen pencil. I like the blue trim. Still at $175 seems expensive for 2 retro 51s. It is very expensive. A lot of the pens we buy are expensive. But yeah, I didn't even look at the price. $145. So like, yeah. So what's that? Like 70 and 60. 70 and 60. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I mean, for limited editions, yeah, it's up there. It's a lot going on with it. Lots of paint, lots of colors, and lots of glow in the dark. So the more colors, the more features, the more colored clips, the more colored hardware, the price just ticks on up. So it's $145 for the set. Yeah, that's expensive. But I mean, Retro 51 peeps will pay it. But yeah, it's a lot of colors. Yeah. This is all the extras, so it seems about right for what they are. Schmevlin with the gifted subs. Let's go. Schmevlin with the 5 gifted subs. Schmevlin, you rock. Hope you're doing super well. If y'all got a gifted sub, give a shout out to Schmevlin. Say thank you. Go check it out. Go check out all the emotes. So thank you, Schmevlin. You rock so much. I really, really appreciate that. Seriously. I'm San Francisco pen showing. That's my heart to you right there. Thank you. Morning all, a little delayed. Work computer was having problems. We're having problems here too. So this is one of them. So it's gremlins in the wires today. So Brad, I missed most of last week's streams. Did you receive the picture I sent you? I did not? Question mark? Did I? Who was that from? Oh, I'm thinking no. Yes. Maybe. Did you send it to the P.O. box? I don't think I've been in about a week. Now my brain is broken. I don't know. I'm only having a broken brain because I feel like I got it, but I don't. Have you sent me something else recently? Like, have you sent me 2 things recently? Because I feel like I got something from you pretty recently. Saw the magnetic fields this weekend. It was awesome. I hate you. Oh my gosh. I am so jealous. I have never seen one of my all-time favorite bands, never seen them in person, or any Stephen Merritt solos. Any of that. All right, Gladys, I see your question. We're going to hit that up. All right, Gladys says, Brad, I'm looking for a new eyedropper pen, something with a shutoff valve similar to the Opus 88. Problem is, I don't like the design of Opus 88 pens. Any recommendations? So, you can, when you're thinking about an eyedropper pen, and also referring to the Opus 88. Hang on 1 second. Jesse, 30 months of sub, and let's go. Thank you very much. When you're thinking about that, you want to start looking at vacuum fillers, right? If you're not going to get like a traditional Opus 88 shutoff eyedropper, you're not going to get that for any kind of reasonable price. So you start looking at vacuum fillers, which are just a little bit different filling system, but have the same shutoff valve. So then you're looking at the Twisby vac. They have two options, the Twisby vac. Then you look at the Narwhal Original Plus is a good option for that. And then you get up into the more expensive ones. Peck, you have to spell Stephen Merritt's name correctly, because this is an old thing of mine that I wanted to give my son his middle name. I've told this story to be Stephen Merritt's middle name, because my dad is a Stephen, I'm a Stephen. They're spelled differently, so I wanted the third different spelling for my son, and I got vetoed. So Gladitz, if you're looking, I would look at the Original Plus from Narwhal, the Twisby vac, and then you're going to get into some pricey options from there if you have to have the shutoff valve. So what do you think about any of those? And we can talk about any more. First time in Denver in 20 years? That's crazy. You went to see They Might Be Giants? Wow, y'all are on it. He had a broken finger. Oh, my Tyler has a broken finger too. What's up, Glyph? Buy Apple Tater. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Mahjong C4 is a Japanese eyedropper. Nice. I'm not familiar with that one. I mean, there's a range. It's like you're spending like $50 or you're spending like $250. There's not anything in like the $100 to $200. Can y'all think of anything in the $100 to $2 range? Like that's like a vac filler or a Japanese eyedropper? Yeah, it's either you're going in that $50 Opus Twisby Mahjong range, or you're going Pilot 823. What's in between? Glyph. So Glyph did the Friend of the Show podcast with me. That's going to come out this afternoon. So that's what I'm doing right after this. Don't forget vintage vac fillers, Brad. I will never in a million years recommend a vintage vac filler. Sorry, Subaquatic Toaster. They're really, really good, but you just can't recommend that. Right? Because you don't know what you're getting. Right? So like going in kind of blind, like unless you go to a pen show and can test those things out. I mean, they're fantastic, but that's never going to cross my lips for a recommendation perspective. Nothing is in between. Bob Mole was once asked why he never seemed happy. His response was, have you ever met Stephen Merritt? Man. Hey, it makes you right. Peck, we never got to talk about music the whole time we were at the show together. Like how you saw The Fall 50 times. Like that does not compute in my brain. You trust Peyton Street? Yeah. Like I get that. Like you can buy restored products from valid retailers, but for a recommendation, say, hey, you should go buy this Parker vac from 1956 in the gray and silver and black stripe. Like there's no way we're gonna recommend that. Right? Coned bulk filler. Yeah, there you go. Managed to pick up one at SBR Brew Rounds, new pens thanks to your misfill. That's a cool pen. I mean, so what was I working on yesterday? Sorry I'm new, but what I subscribe to in order to access Friend of the Show. So I have a Pen Addict members program. Let me pull that up for you. He has made a Leonardo. So Pen Addict members for $5 a month or $48 for a year. I write a weekly newsletter, a monthly pen rating, a monthly podcast, and a monthly kind of what I'm using post. And then you get like 25% off the products in the Pen Addict store. Most products. Sometimes there's products that aren't 25%. Pen Addict membership is worth every cent. I agree. To like brag on myself a little bit. I do a lot. I do a lot. It sounds like what started out as simply a newsletter and some shop discounts was like kind of enough. And now I've just added more and charged the same. Like I put a lot into that stuff. So I appreciate y'all's support in doing that. That's my primary means of support. If you ever think, is there one way I could support Brad, it's through the Pen Addict membership. That is the single best. I get like the most percentage of the monies that go to that, if that makes sense. right? So y'all rock. Appreciate you. It's hard work being a cult leader. We could make a good cult. We could make a good cult. FY giveaway post is, oh, you know what? They changed the time zones on that post, and I have to catch it every time. It won't set the default. So thank you. I can go fix that right now. Thank you. That was a weird moment to join. So y'all don't tell Annabelle about the cult we've created because she's not invited. It's like an F1 cult and you're not invited. Let's go, Checo. Boring race, good result, right? All right, let me get this giveaway fixed, and we'll do that. If you subscribe today, can I access previous interviews? Everything that I've ever published is accessible. So I have full archives of all the articles. They're kind of hard to browse through, and all the podcasts. You will be able to get everything in 7 years of publication. There were moments of excitement, like when Lance caused an unnecessary safety car, and like when Lando tried to race Logan Sargent for last place. That was cool. Boring race, good result. Yeah. Checo win. Whiny Max. Alonso in, out, in again. Good result. Lando fighting for last place. What the hell? When will you be a guest on the back markers? It didn't work out last year because they were doing timings like right after the races, right? So schedules are weird to do. So maybe this year we'll see, now that they're doing like a quarterly type of situation. We'll see. It's always been on things. 7 years. Can you believe that? Head full of ideas. I had to think about that. 2016, January 1st, 2016. So we're into the 7th year. We've completed 7 years. Whiny Max is the best. Love to see it. Happy to see Alonso being competitive. Yep. All right, let me fix this timing thing. Edit. Thank you, Steph, for catching this. I have to switch the time zone. It used to keep it at the default Eastern time zone. And it has decided it does not like that anymore. Daisy, hello. How are you today? So mad when I'd already written down Fernando as 4th, right? All right, let's see if this is fixed now. So here is today's, or this week's, I should say, blog giveaway. Yeah, it's only an issue now because they changed the defaults, and I think you probably have to like pay for that now. Like I'll probably have to pay to like save some of my settings. So it's dumb. All right, is this working? Yeah, it looks like it's working now. All right. My annual renewal Panatic membership date is October 1st. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so if you join today, Ms. Banani, you will have 360 something newsletters in the archive, about 60 podcasts, and a bunch of other random articles. So, all right. So, are we good on our first AMA question about the vacuum filler? We good there? We got, or the eyedropper. Do we feel happy about our answers to that? Because it's not an easy answer. Like, I will admit, it's not an easy answer. Come here. You want to see me? Nope. Toby wants to play. And unfortunately, I'm not in a situation where I can play right now. Come on. Come here. He wants the Zoom. Come on. I'll get you. Go. Come here. Go get your ball. I got to try a Monarch Nib at Pin Club last Saturday, and it was so nice. They are super unique. I am still very confident in my decision to wait. Junio, 26 months of subbing. I read your zine. It was dope. I like how it's blue and red. You rule. Thank you. Speaking of vintage and eyedroppers, I'm always curious how vintage Japanese eyedroppers with a shutoff valve hold up. I have an old vintage one. that I've never inked up. I probably should one day. You were gonna wait till you got to try one? Yeah, yeah, and I'm just gonna wait for a finer nib. And if it never happens, it never happens. I think it'll happen though. I did see that Joshua Lax was modifying some of them, which is super interesting. Monarch waiting for the finer nib? Yes, exactly what I'm doing. Pen Addict, I realize I may have pinched the tines wrong from when you streamed during the recording. I was trying to get the joke in there too quickly. I don't remember. I don't remember that one. I haven't re-listened yet. So right after this, I will be editing and posting the friend of the show, Sergeant Story. Let's go. 10 gifted subs. Let's go. If you got a gifted subs from Sergeant Story, say hey. Show Sergeant Story. That's hard to say. A new emote. Find a Toby emote in there. Send it to Sergeant Story. Tell him thanks for the gifted sub. Sergeant Story, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Andrew, I have an old eyedropper that works well. It's at least 50 years old. The problem is finding someone to restore it if they are not working well. Yeah, I'll have to. I haven't been frisky enough to mess with this old Japanese eyedropper I have. I can't remember if it was like a generic or a pilot or a sailor. I have some old Japanese. I bought pretty much like a handful of vintage Japanese pens for like $100, and it was like an old, like all broken type of stuff. There's an old vanishing point. There's an old sailor in there, an old pilot in there, some generics in there. So you know Colorverse? Absolutely. Actually, I just did a review yesterday of. Oh, no, that was Ferris Wheel Press. But no, I know Colorverse. I gave away Colorverse last week. It's actually fun to do it yourself to restore pens. I know. I've never gotten that crazy. That's a whole, like, slippery slope thing. Like, I haven't wanted to hit. Yeah, we're very familiar with Colorverse. I gave away... How many inks did I give away last week? 2? And then I'm doing a members giveaway with 3 more bottles of Colorverse. Any views on the journaler nib from Gina? Very tempted by the Estabrook Botanical. Calm Alt Del, you're not going to like me very much. It is literally one of my favorite nibs to use. Apologies. I know that's not Japanese, but I love the Franklin Christoph 45 eyedropper. Yeah, we were looking for a shutoff valve eyedropper. Nobod, you got your Colorverse? Nice. Did your member chip come too? I sent that separately. Yeah, I have one of the default journalers, and then when I saw Gina in San Francisco, I bought another pen and had them grind a journaler nib on it. That's how much I like it. Sorry. You should buy that nib. It's really good. I got my Chaos giveaway last week. It was a Kaweco student with a blue cap. Nice. Oh, dang. Very cool. I have a journaler nib on an Oktoberfest came in. It's so good. Crispier than I expected to. Yeah. It's similar to a stub. Yes. Your hair is very nice. It's actually a little bit sketchy today. We're usually a little bit more on point today, but we're a little floofy today. I appreciate that, Daisy. Not yet. Okay, that's what I'm sure it's there. What are the characteristics of the journaler nib, please? It's like a rounded cursive italic. Let's see if we can pull up the specs on it. I don't want to misspeak. Let me see what I can find here. If you ask me a question today and I miss it, please re-ask it, because like this is what we're doing. We're just gonna chat about stuff today. I don't have any plans. I don't have any show and tells. I don't feel like writing stuff like that. So, you went to a military college. You can give a haircut to correct your problem. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll probably get it cut short. I gotta get a haircut next week. Oops. What's a modified nib style that you think every fountain pen user should try? That's a good question. I I mean, I'm only going to say start with stub, and that's not going to be for everybody, but that's the most simple to see if you like something like that. It's a little bit safe, and then it's not very, it can work with a lot of styles of handwriting, from my block printing to someone's cursive, because they have a very rounded edge. I'm saving it. I am going to send it to you, though. But I have it sitting right here, so I'll remember. It's going to sit there with Alan's half-written letter. I'm amazed by the Techo nib by CY. I do have that as well. All right, so journaler nib. Let's see. It's a medium stub grind based on the vintage Esterbrook 9314M nib. The idea is that it's smooth and friendly enough for everyday use, gives your writing some flair, all without being too huge for practical writing. So why I like it, Slumberland Studio, is that it's narrower than like a 1.1 stub, is basically why I like it. So here's the journaler nib. I don't know if that's what y'all are asking me for here. Hey, Dormouse Desk, happy time zone, happy spring. Pensive Ponderer, yes. Pensive Ponderer asks, has anyone tried the Yovo nibs grinds that Peyton Street Pens offers on their Ranga pens? They have Fine Architect and some others. I have tried a standard cursive italic and an Architect, and they are legit. So Navarro, I believe is his name. That's the in-house nib grinder. I got to try them at San Francisco. I came home with 2 of them. Jeff has reviewed 1 of them, I believe, on the Pen Addict. I would legit recommend them. I've been happy with the 2 that have crossed my hands. Let me see if I can find them real quick. I know Jeff reviewed 1. I think I have the other one sitting in my shipping department to send to Sarah to test out. I haven't done that yet. And the like the upcharge is like very is a really good deal. Like they're not very expensive. Let's see if this one has. Yeah. Navardo. So here we go. Pensive Ponder, this is for you or anyone who else wants to see it. This has the Architect grind. Yeah, 25 more for the specialty nib. No brainer if that's something you want. The quality is really good. So this was Jeff's review. And I have, so this one has the Architect in it. And then I have another pen that has not been reviewed yet that has a cursive italic in it, and it's killer. It's really good. Legit. So I would recommend, based on some testing. Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. I see y'all answering the questions for Digital Medievalist. Am I crazy, or did Llama used to sell the Joy with several stub nibs? Yeah, and Toga says, yeah, 1.1, 1.4, and 1.9. They absolutely did. I don't think I think they just do the 1.5 now, right? So I prefer the 1.1. So going back to this giveaway, and then let me go over this giveaway, then we'll do a giveaway in here next. So this is the paper tasting that I handpicked at San Francisco last year. So you can go enter to win this. There are 5 different paper types. We have the OK Fools. We have the Yamamoto Bank paper, which I ended up buying pads of because I like that one so much. Paspede Cream, which I think a lot of people like. Solis, which I can't remember, but this was all me testing them there and saying, okay, I will have this. And Sun Kent. I don't remember how that one performed, but I picked it out because I enjoyed how I wrote on it. I wasn't just grabbing these. These were like my personal selections for papers. So you can get a little stack. It looks like this. Looks like a big Post-it note stack of paper here for you to try. Paperhead Brad. Hello, I am a stack of paper. This is ChatGPT AI Paperhead. Sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. I'm stressed. I'm so bummed I didn't do the workshop or pick up one of those at the show. That was fun. That was a really, really good time. I enjoyed that. Taizo is just so knowledgeable. It's just like, I'm like, listening to someone like that talk about paper and hanging on every word. That's all I need. Hello, Jenny-san. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. We are in a mood today. This is what happens when I don't have plans. As if you were any less weird usually. I know. I just usually don't show the weird as much. In person, you got to see the weird. All right, let's do a giveaway here. Yeah, it is weird that they stopped doing all those nibs setups. My husband gifted me with the Lamy Joy set before he decided pins and I were a bad combo that shouldn't be encouraged. Welcome, Pensive Ponder. Coffee making stream. Could do that. All right, let's do a giveaway. And then if I've missed any of your questions, let me know. All right, let's do this. I've been saving this one. Chat. Let me get the link up because I gotta give them a plug. Oh no, Miss G's Crafties. We need less knowledgeable Twitch people in here because I don't need clips of AI Paperhead running around. Can we see the handful of Japanese pens maybe for the Thursday stream? Yes. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even dip tested them. They're literally just sitting there. I'm going to make myself a note. Because I have them all set together. I've just never messed around with them. But that would be a fun like little dip test and play around. Look at the eyedropper, see if it can seal. I could probably test it with water, stuff like that. New over here. Question, which is your top fountain pen brand? That's a legitimately good question. And if I'm going to answer like right off the top of my head, what am I going to say, chat? Immediately off the top of my head, what am I going to say? Pilot. It's Pilot. I just think across the board, they are like the best pen maker from entry level to high end. Scribble. That was the second choice. Scribble. So good job, Rewizzles. What is favorite fountain pen brand? Favorite fountain pen brand. I tried a Friction today for the first time. I'd like to hear more about that. All right, let's do this. We're going to do a giveaway here, chat. 1 second. Spoke, also good. All right, chat. Toby, excuse you. That was gross. You just burped. All right, here's what we're going to do. Oh, my camera's not working. Rip. Ah. Got him. All right. And Toby burped. He did. All right, we got my friend Johnny here. Has sent me this. That's what we're going to give away. One of the Kill Winter with Orange journals from Pencil Revolution Press. I've been saving this for a fun giveaway. Yeah, unpredictable but fun. Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. So bound, I can't remember the name of the paper. Let's see if it's on the page. But he said it's fountain pen friendly. They're pretty sick. So you can go over to Johnny's page. He did not ask me to promote this or give it away. He just sent this to me because he's fun. He hand makes all these journals. So this handmade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures of the kind of this engineering grid. And let's see if the paper name is on here. Nina Classic Crest in White Stone, a stock that loves fountain pens. So there you go. Yeah, this is really, really cool. This is like legit. So then we have a sticker here from Johnny. Can we see some of the new Spoke roadies on stream? No. I'll get some for Thursday. Because I took them all out to the... Hey, we'll go over that. Let me get this going or I'm never going to do it. Bruh. We're live here. Chill. And we're going to include an orange pen. I ink, therefore I am. It's kind of a matching set here. Enjoy your lurk, want to explore. Good to see you. Chill out, Toby. Oh, check this out. Look. This was made for me. Should I give it away still? Toby is in a mood. Can y'all hear him? Do y'all want my stamp notebook? I didn't even notice that. He didn't tell me he did that. You could say you got Brad's notebook. It's a special edition. My coworker is loud today. I think let's give it away though. I think one of y'all should use it. Johnny hiding the details, right? I didn't even see that at first. Yeah, now I feel a little guilty giving it away. I should be using it. All right, let's give it away. Let's give it away. I should keep it. I gotta be able to use it, right? So the pen is from Sugar Turtle Studio. Sugar Turtle Studio. So y'all should go check out those pens too. Let's do the giveaway. We might not ever get there unless I don't stop and do this today, chat. Let's give it away. Check for nibs, take to the back. I love that that is a joke, and that is one of my favorite jokes. Let me do this here. Pen. All right, this giveaway's open. You can win a notebook and a pen. Type exclamation point raffle. You don't have to be a follower, a member, a subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide thanks to the wonderful generosity of you Twitch viewers. You must be present to win. You must email me your shipping address. Because how else am I going to get it to you? I'm not going to drive it over there. Especially if you're like in Singapore. That would be a long drive. I don't know when I would show up. It would be cool. I would attempt it. It just might take me a while. Might be faster than the postal service though. Technically speaking, I might could drive it over there quicker. I'll consider it. I will consider it. It helps if you provide your full mailing address when you ship because I just copy them from the emails and pop them in the thing and don't even look at them. R.I.P. Miss G's Crafty's address. I could drive it to you and round trip that in a single day. All right, so there was probably a lot of questions prior to all the raffles. Except for the driving over water part, yeah, I would just ship myself in a container or something. Get a big cooler. I don't know. Drug run, something like that. I don't know. See if I can make some money. Brad, any sense of who the 2023 Atlanta vendors will be? Website lists the 2022 ones. Are you serious right now? Out of focus. I have no sense of that, unfortunately. I have no sense of that. It's funny that you know where so many of your chat members live. I give away a lot of things, so I have all your addresses. Remember that. I don't use them for nefarious purposes, but don't make me, chat. Don't make me. I know where you live. Yet. So that's pretty funny. That's why I make you send me your addresses over and over again, is I'm just building a big database of y'all. You know me. I'm very efficient with saving everyone's address and shipping things out timely. What would you put on your sandwiches if you were traveling to, say, Scotland in a container to deliver a cool orange journal? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm easy on sandwiches. That's why I'm like not overly like I don't have a go-to. Just whatever. Like I do not care. Anything except pimento cheese. That's an L. No pimento cheese. That's my one Southern card that gets revoked. Haggis, Scotch eggs, better than pimento cheese. So, how about some Guinness spread? Can you not do Prime subscription in the mobile app? Odd copy. It is so difficult to do. Someone might have a link. I don't know if Miss G's Crafties has a shortcut for that, but it is a pain in the butt. And there's a link on how to do it that I think someone might have a command for. I should put it in my chat. Guinness is Irish. Damn. What's Scottish? What's a good Scottish beer? Is Boddington's. Is that Scottish? Maybe I just need some Scotch. What am I talking about? Some Scotch whiskey. Yeah. All right, let's pick a winner. Moldy paper. Oh no. Oh no. Is it moldy? I hope not. Tenants. All right, tenants. Yay, moldy paper. All right. Send me your shipping address. I will ship you the BD notebook. I probably shouldn't say it like that. Then the notebook with my initials on it. A pen and a sticker. Business development notebook. Thank you. Wow, what is this stream today? All right. As I get out questionable sushi to do it. What's the pen? It wasn't a pen. It was a notebook. And a pen. It's a PIN pen. Not a PEN pen. Brad Michael sourdough sandwiches are hands down the best. I don't know what that is, but it sounds amazing. I am not prepared for when I run out of questionable sushi, chat. We're getting down to the wire. Pin. I mean, we have a whole podcast on this, and there's just no solution to that, to the pin dilemma. There's just no solution. I don't know how to have a solution for that, chat. My Chaos pen was the Sailor Nagasaki 1911 Pro Color. Dang, nice. It was the same word twice. I know, it feels right. Yeah, this is a cool one. I love that color. Hey, that's a cool color. The solution is proper enunciation. Is it though? Pen. Ain't nobody got time for that. Odd copy, 11 months of sub, and let's go. Call it a button. That's exactly right. A button. That's the way to solve this. Men, hen, pen, win. Men, hen, pen, win. Did that solve anything? I don't think so. Like, what is the solution here? Southern accent, best accent, right? And I have a very, like, weak one. In. What? How else am I supposed to say in? Ein. In. What? Is there another way to say in? You never thought I had an accent? Yeah, I actually do. When you hear, like, I don't have like a traditional like accent, but like I definitely have an accent. How do you say 10? 10. The number 10 is in the tin. There are 10 cookies in the tin. I mean, I understand, but I understand they make different sounds. I just don't know what that sound sounds like. In with an I, like which. In. in, wi, I, in, wi, I, in, 10. I hate all of you. What are you doing? I have no idea, Libats 1964. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing an AMA about stationery, but right now it's about pronunciation and how I can't tell the difference between 10 and 10. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome. This is what we usually do, by the way. Vehicle and buttocks. Vehicle. I say vehicle, though. I don't say vehicle. I do say buttocks, though. Valtteri Bottas buttocks are brilliant. Pin merger is a real thing. All right, so I could actually practice witch, breaking the I out of the witch a little bit. All right, is there actually any real questions here? Does anyone have like a question? What's happening right now? Is there a gas leak? We're gonna check for carbon monoxide poisoning when we get there. The only F1 person my partner knows is Valtteri Buttass. He rules. Too bad his car sucks, and he's just gonna have to retire. It's both, not both. That is a fact. Brad, here's one for you. Do you take stickers off new pins? Hell yeah, we do. We take stickers off in this stream chat. If you're a sticker lever honor, you're out. You're out. 100%. Stickers off. You always leave them on. Banned. Banned. Glad it easy. Timeout. 10 seconds. Timeout. Do I have a nib I hate? If it has a B on it, I hate it. If it has a B on it, I hate it. That's a nib I hate. Is there a brand of nib that I hate? I don't think so. See ya, Jeriana. However you say that. There's no I in it, so I can't say it right. Post your caps and leave stickers on. What a mess. What a mess. We should get little instruction stickers made for pins. I should make stickers that you actually put on the pin barrels just to antagonize people. Favorite nib size, extra fine for stock nibs. And then if I had like a custom nib, like a grind, I like cursive italics. The finer, the better. B equals grind candidate. See, even for me, I would go M. Oh no, we're missing the biggest question. What do you call those bouncy castles? Bounce house. What do you call them? Do you leave the size tag on your suit? The one on the outside, like on the sleeve? Favorite Yovo you don't make. So basically, what's my favorite Yovo nib holder? Is as some friends like to call them. Is that what we're asking me? Odd copy. What's my favorite? Who makes my favorite Yovo nib holder? That's a good question. Bounce house. What's the other word? What's the other thing for him? What do you call him, Connor? Bouncy castle. There's another. That's what I'm wondering, Nobod. I don't know the alternate. Bouncy castles, but they're not all castles. I mean, they're not all houses either. Let's bouncy castle. Yeah. I mean, I guess the classic is a castle, but yeah, bounce houses. Oh my God, we're going to fight. Air Mansion. There. Do you say pop or soda? Pop is a grandfather here in the South. Soda is a Coke here in the South. So I say soda. I never say pop. All right. So what is my favorite? God, this one's putting me on the spot. What is my favorite Yovo nib holder? I'm gonna answer this question. I'm just deciding. Does Franklin Christoph count, or are they too big? Is that outside the scope of this question? Because I think it's Franklin Christoph. Because I can get some smaller, narrower pins. I mean, Edison was the consideration. Elwood's great, but like it's hard. I have one, and they're all the same. I'm trying to come up with an alternate. Like, if you want like a brand, oh my gosh, y'all, the great Aziza has figured out how to use the internet. You are not going to believe it. Unbelievable. They figured out the internet. We're here, chat. Let's end the stream now that Aziza's here. Shh. Shh. If we're not counting like smaller makers, I would say like Leonardo does the best job with their Yovo nibs, right? As far as like customizing, tuning, shipping, right? But I don't know that that is the answer to your question. What's up, Gourmet Pins? Your Twitch, Benus or Schmidt? Don't be a bully. You know me. I'm so mean and evil. Welcome, Gourmet Pins. Love your Insta. We just love Gourmet Pins in general. Aziza pretty much rules. Which stationery item everyone you know uses, but you just don't? Broad nibs. Let me see if I can think of something else, though. What does everyone use that I don't use? That's a really good question. Naper Villain with the gifted sub to Gourmet Pins. Gourmet Pins, now that you've discovered the internet, we have emotes here. You can put a little emote of my dog in there, Toby. You just click the little smiley button and pick out a fuzzy face picture of him. Gosh, that is a good question. Which stationery item everyone you know uses, but you just don't? Hard-sided pen cases. Toby says, hey. Toby's happy Aziz is here. That is such a good question. Hard-sided pen cases. Lined paper. Lined paper. Even though I just did a review with lined paper. That's about the only thing I'll use it for. Lined paper is my one. That's something everyone else uses that I just refuse. Like, I wouldn't, like, I have my review one because it makes for good pictures. Yeah, lined paper. That's the one. Took me a minute. Yeah. A lot of people use lined paper. I just refuse. I wouldn't use it for, like, any of my personal stuff. Yeah. It's good for, I'm not going to lie. It's good for a review, though. They still make lined paper, right? Spiral bound notebooks, yeah. I like spiral bound though, but I'm right-handed. You realize grid is just lined paper with perpendicular lines. Grid paper is closer to blank paper than it is to lined paper. That's my philosophical statement of the day. Grid paper is closer to blank paper than it is to lined paper. It's just facts. Dot grid is chaos. Dot grid is so interesting. Like, I really try not to overthink dot grid paper. Like, I think dot grid is the most popular. And I choose it on occasion. Yeah, I don't have a problem with dot grid. I would prefer faint graph grid. But I think dot grid is the most popular. Like, if I was making something, dot grid would be option number one. Order and preferences. For me, it's grid, dot grid, blank, stone paper, concrete, plywood, lined paper. I think that's the order. Now that I started a fight. Brad, have you announced your shopping list for Atlanta? I haven't because I'm just coming off this Baltimore thing. I still want to get a Scribo Puma extra fine. But I don't have that yet. So I will probably come back with some ink and paper, which I didn't get any of in Baltimore since I'm driving to Atlanta. I want some of Sailor's new the darker inks that Sailor just come out. How did Stone Paper make it so high on that list? Because it's above lined. That's how trash lined paper is. Don't go look at my review on Monday. Don't at me. Who makes your favorite graph grid? That's a really good question. I think Midori's is the best because it's faint and it's the correct size at 5 millimeters. Yeah, Midori. Lined toilet paper. I mean, it's good for something, right? Hex paper. I just can use hex paper. That one actually breaks my brain a little bit. I agree with that Dragon Drawer. Midori, it can be a little bit too ivory sometimes for me. But it's either Midori or Life. Those are the kind of the two. They do it right. Stylogy is good. I just never use it, but I have no problems with Stylogy. And Moromon's is good. It's gray and it's faint. Hex paper is exactly what you think it is. It's a page full of hexagons. Yeah, not using lined roadie in the restroom. Someone will. Stop it with the lines. Don't go look at my review on Monday. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. New pin day for me since I couldn't go to the Baltimore Pin Show. I bought on sale the Pelican Suberon 605 green and white. That's such a good looking pen. They really, really did a good thing. I want to try hex paper. You can find printouts of that if you want to just like try it. I could never figure out a way to use it. I've had some cross my desk here and I couldn't really get it. Favorite Pokemon themed stationery item? This is really not a question for me, but I do have an answer, and it's the Pilot silver ones that they made. The Pilot Sterling ones. I forget the model number, but y'all will know which ones I'm talking about. Favorite Pokemon? I only know like 5 of them, so I can't really say. I'm not a good Pokemon person. I respect the Pokemon. I just don't know anything about them. Bought a Waldman the weekend of the Baltimore show, anxiously awaiting it. Waldman's doing some good stuff. I really like that. Are you and Mike still talking about going to Japan for the pod? Not this year. I don't know what we're gonna. I don't know. We might have just like overshot, outkicked the coverage on that one or something. I don't know. I would love to. Maybe. I am an old, unfortunately. I'm waiting for a great pilot barrel in 600, 800. I don't know what that means. Those are words that don't add up together in my head. Okay, Pelican. There you go. Now I'm caught up, Peck. Yeah. 600, 800 is the best. But yeah, those, what were the name of those, of that pilot model where the silver etched kind of Pokemon? I would totally own one of those pens. Like, if I was more into Pokemon, that would have been an insta buy because they're like pretty fairly priced for what they were. I remember. Is there a good hex grid for paper? Yeah, Silvern. Let's see if I can find it real quick. So this was it here. Have you found your Decimo yet, Brad? I have not. So, give me a bigger picture, man. I mean, this is just nuts, right? It's really good. And for the price, it's like crazy. I thought the price was like unbelievable for this pen. That's why they're sold out. So yeah, I haven't found the Decimo. I did look around a little bit at Baltimore. We'll see if we can find anything in Atlanta. I am not going to. I did ask Pilot of America. are there any new Decimo colors coming out this year? And they said no. So that tells you what the market in the US is for the Decimo. That they're not even going to have new colors this year. So I will get one day. Today is not that day. But yeah, this is pretty great. They did a really good job with that. So I will get a Decimo. Decimo is on the permanent shopping list. So back to like Nate Champion. I mean, Decimo is something I'm looking out for, but I don't hold a hope out for. What's your favorite F1 team? I'm not completely partial to anyone. I love following McLaren just because I'm newish to the sport in the last few years, and I rarely jump into like the front running teams, right? Red Bull, Mercedes, like I have no affinity for Ferrari whatsoever. So I kind of just like backed into McLaren because I like Lando. Asking Pilot about colors is a hard task. Yeah. I mean, they just straight up said that no new Decimos are coming this year. I'm like, great. Great. They are definitely not front running. It's pretty gross. Like, I'm going to be a Williams fan before you know it. It is going to make a hard season this year. Yeah. Yeah. But I like pulling for chaos, so I will obviously pull for Aston Martin to keep being problematic for other teams. All these sports ball words make me feel like when I just got into pins. Yeah, I am a sports ball fan. I am into lots of different sports balls. If you want a unique Decimo, send one off to Bocamundo. That's actually not a bad idea. Buy like a standard one. Anyone but Red Bull. I would actually, it's more fun when Mercedes is competitive. So that's what I enjoy. I like Mercedes being competitive with the other top two teams. Even though I have no affinity for Mercedes whatsoever. And I tend to pull for the second drivers because the number one drivers tend to be a-holes, but that's why they're the number one drivers. It's nice to see a fight at the top. Yeah. But no, I'm into a lot of sports ball. So sorry. All right. Speaking of sports, I went to a spring training game last week, and the new pitch timer keeps the game moving. I'm very excited we've talked about the baseball changes this year. I am very pro pitch timer. I am very anti shift restrictions. So is Ted Lasso? Do they slow roll the episodes? They don't drop the whole season at once, right? They do it like one per week for like 10 weeks or whatever. Don't you have a Mercedes in your driveway? No. 2. Pitch timer sounds cool. I'm hyped for the digital umpires. I don't know if we'll ever get to digital umpires. I'm not pro or con. I question that. So. What other stationary stuff you want to talk about? Yeah, it's not wide across the minor leagues though. They're still only in a couple of the divisions. What's on the shirt? This was the San Francisco Pin Show shirt from Rickshaw Bagworks from 2022. It's very cool. Pro pitch clock, anti no shift, anti ghost runner. Sign me up. Yes, agree. What's more important? Here's a good question, Christopher Sun. What's more important to you these days, collection wise, the design and look of a pen, or how it feels to write with? What a good question. I'm gonna say the second part. If I don't enjoy how it writes, the looks don't matter. Right? I've bought so many good looking Pelicans that I don't enjoy how they write and I've had to sell them. So I think that's the answer. So that's the way I feel about it. So writing experience is above looks for me. And that's just learned through experience. I can buy all the pretty pens in the world I want, but guess what? At some point, I'm not going to use them if they don't write how I want them to write. You can always do nib things, yes, but what I've learned from my own experience is buying a Nikaya with a broad nib and getting a stub grind on it. It's still a broad stub, and I won't pick it up. So there you go. So yeah, it's a process. It's a process for sure, figuring all that stuff out. So all the pens that I have, I definitely lean towards that. I like the writing experience first, and then it comes to the design. Same thing with Pelican. Like, I've never enjoyed my Pelican grinds. It's just too wide to start with, kind of thing. So there you go. Oh, would you buy a pen for looks and just rely on getting a custom grind? I've failed at that many times, Sage Plant. There's 2 Nikayas I've bought saying I can make the nib how I want, and I never got over it, and I ended up selling them. So that doesn't work for me. And I thought it would. I thought that would work for me. I love the pen. I will make the nib work. I've never been happy. So that's just me. That is just me. I still can't find my favorite Pelican. It's lost in the house. RIP. I know that move. Hey, Bloomins. Back to the Yovo holder. Hit me, Dragon. I have a love-hate relationship with Kavekos. That's completely fair. I can see that. Or the double broad click, hoping to get a nib grind, but use mostly extra fine. I mean, everyone's different, right? Everyone's different. Right? We all write differently. We all focus on different aspects of a pen or a stationary item. That is our favorite part. And just because I like it or someone else likes it doesn't mean it's going to work for you or it's going to be perfect for you. So that's one of the things is like we do reviews, but it's really just like an information point, right? It's a single information point. It's like you take it under that consideration, not as a black and white facts. Right. So, hey, here's some ideas about this product. Do these things fit how I use things? So, something to think about. I feel like I missed a question up here. Oh, Namiki Winter Vlad said, yeah. What stationary product is missing from the market today? I actually think about that a lot. And I don't have an answer off the top of my head, but we can talk about it. Any tips to fix a Signo DX that seems to not be laying down color as saturated as normal? I don't hesitate to shake them or like flick them like really hard. And then I don't hesitate to write over a little bit of a drop of water just to see if there's something stuck in the ball, right? That's just got gunked up over time. And then at some point I'll just pitch them. Like, I will try for a minute, to get things going because I hate wasting a refill. At some point, some of them just fail. And that can go for any refill. Those are the things I do. I will shake them, I will flick them, and I will write in water just to kind of clean the little ball tip. But if that's still a no-go, I move on. Writing experience is more than just the nib, how the pen fits in hand, and I feel after several minutes of use is overlooked. Oh, absolutely. It's all one big picture, right? Trying to figure out all of those things. Maribo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Don't put them in your salad spinner. That seems like a pretty good idea. Pen reviews are a lot like film reviews. You have to find a reviewer that you usually agree with. I mean, that is one of the things. And I've never really done this page. I think I did a post one time of my preferences, right? So here's where I'm coming from. I can only be so objective, right? Because I have tastes. So I have preferences of my own. So here's kind of like the baseline of things I enjoy. I don't think I ever linked that. I meant to link that post permanently. I think I wrote that up. It might have been a members post. I need to find that. But it's kind of like, hey, here's the baseline of my preferences. So AVL Marty with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, buddy. Are you going to be in Atlanta? You going to be in the ATL? That's a drive for you. You better be in the ATL. Maybe sideways in the spinner, not up and down. I don't know. You could just dedicate a spinner for ink. Hello, everyone. My boyfriend suggested this channel. I'm new to the hobby. I just attended my first pen show last weekend. Nice. Which pen show did you go to? We had Manila. We had Little Rock, Arkansas. You are awesome. Glad you're here. And let us know if you have any questions. We're just chit-chatting today. And we can definitely help you out if you have any questions. So hope you had a good time at the pen show. Pens and Waffle House. Book it. Don't drop a fully inked pen down a stairwell. 5 stories. 5 stories. Went to the Manila Pen Show. So I kind of had a thought. Sergeant Story with the gifted sub to Maribo. So the Manila Pen Show. I don't know if y'all caught my little mention and refill this weekend, Penanic members. That is a sneaky tier 1 pen show. That is a sneaky great pen show in the world of pen shows. Always great vendors, products, people. That one is up there. Yeah, probably only because Kasama is there. But no, they get a lot of like great makers, great people, great vendors, retailers, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, big fan of Kasama here on the stream, and big fan of lots of pens and people at that show. So yeah, really great show. Oof, Baron Fig just outdid themselves in terms of marketing over making sense. They had their secret 404 blue products for years, which I always thought were a cute Easter egg. Apparently, they just launched a new one, and rather than hiding it on their 404 page like normal, they just sent out a PR email about it like any other new release, completely defeating. Hey, here's a secret, and tell everybody kind of thing. Nice. Did you see all the nice Toyokas there? Oh my goodness, I didn't see any. I didn't follow. I saw Toyoka setting up. I saw the setting up pictures, and then I didn't follow through and check out the show pictures. So I'm probably glad I didn't, huh? That would be bad, because I do need to get that one more tray for like the pen addict pens. I probably need 2 trays now, chat. We're probably up to 2 trays. We need the pen addict pens, and then we need a spoke pen display. What do you think about that? I don't have enough things. I don't have enough space for all this stuff. My friend brought their third 60 pen box. I am not getting another 100 pen box. Clear salad spinner. Yeah, we just need the what's the laboratory? The centrifuge. We just need centrifuges. One more Penanic 100 trays? No. Yeah, Toyoka Craft. That's what this box is right here, Maribo. This box right here is a Toyoka Craft 100. They're stackable. I hate all of you. I made some pen trays this weekend for secondary pens. It's easy cut plexiglass for top. Yeah. That'd be fun. I'm not buying another 100 pen box. I'm gonna do this. We're getting there. I just need to sell we need to have like another 20 pens sold, like stat. Like I need to start pulling pens and getting ready for like another big move. Settle down, O4A. We don't need any smaller ones. If I get it smaller trays, it's only going to be for pen addict or spoke stuff. Probably just pen addict stuff, because the spoke stuff's endless. Right? There's already like 100 count spoke pen, and I can't steal all that stuff. That's why I don't have. Oh, it's back to one of the early questions. Can you show us the new spokes? I took them all out to the shipping department because they were very limited. I've already sold out a couple of versions, but I'll try to bring some in Thursday-ish. Penanic 101 to 160. Stop. You're going to do the 100 pens like you're going to write a letter. I will get down to this 100 pens that I'm comfortable with before I write somebody a letter. Book it. Book it. Toyoka is great, but I don't have the space to get one. You just get the small little tray. Get the little baby 6-pin tray. In 2030, I didn't put a time frame on it. If it happens, it's going to happen before then. The 60-pin box fits into the IKEA Kallax shelves. Nice. We're not doing a second 100. I mean, I'm going to hedge because like sometimes there just might be a technical limitation here where I'm still happy with that. But there's no way I can just responsibly have more than like 100 like really nice pens. That seems like crazy. Azure limits. Building up the channel points. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. What do we got here? Brad, have you ever been to Tips? No. We talk about it. I threaten a lot. I threaten to go, but I just haven't. All right, here's an easy one. This is the last of the Lucky Star Colorverse limited editions. Let's do this for a giveaway. So I gave away the two other ones. I gave away the pink and the blue. This is the black with the silver shimmer. Let's do this giveaway. So that's this one, the Lucky Star. Pick this up from Lauren at the Baltimore show. So it is a black ink with like a silver shimmer. It's really cool. Really cool. So let's give that away. Dun, dun, dun. How many of y'all think Gourmet Pens is going to win this? Because that's how this place happens. All right, this giveaway is open. You type !raffle, Aziza. Type !raffle and you're entered. No space. Anyone can win. We ship worldwide. You must be present to win. Strings and Petals won the pink one, right? Who won the blue one? Nobod won the blue one. With this bot, who could say? Right. So, yeah, Strings and Petals won the pink one, so there you go. And then you get your name put on questionable sushi when I send it to you, because it looks like this when you write on it. Did I get some questionable sushi for the notebook? Yep. I mean, I put it on the button. See, I said button instead of pen. So, yeah. It's very questionable. Very questionable. I just realized I haven't bought a pen or inks in almost half a year. Solid. I like that. That's a good move. I'm completely down with that. All right, I got about 30 seconds left to type !raffle. Anyone can win. Just be here, be present, live somewhere in the world. You're in. You're in. It is worse temporally. It is very worse. Dragon drawer with the hydrate. I go on an ink buying diet every winter, but that's because Canada. It's a good forced ink diet. Rude. Rude. All right. Let's give this away. Who will the winner be? Carly Brooke. Let's go. You want a Diamond Red Dragon during the Manila Pen Show? Nice. Carly Brooke. Congratulations. Let's go. Let's go. Rockin'. All right. Got it. All right. email me. You know the drill. hello@penaddict.com. You need to fill my giraffe. That is a crazy pen. That is a crazy pen. Crafty Becky with the gifted sub to Celery Man. What's up, Celery Man? I thought about writing today, writing my book in your honor. You are so good at that, and I'm just the worst. I think about it all the time, and I never do it. One of these years. I will finish the Pen Addict 100 before I finish copying that book, unfortunately. Probably. Ugh. God, I'm the worst. Question for chat. Anyone had problems with Lamy converters? I had one leak on me. Is that normal? Dabber Raccoon asks. I generally have good luck with Lamy converters. Anyone have bad luck with Lamy converters? It's a blessing and a curse, right? You see me in the hoodie today, no bod. Another day or two. Yeah, exactly. 90 on Friday. Exactly. They can disassemble. It might be worth checking and reseating everything. I had one that leaked behind the piston pretty bad. So yeah, you make sure the backside of it where the twist knob is, those can come undone. So you do need to twist those in for sure. And if you have, depending on the pin that it's in, it has those little lock settings in there, the little pins that put them into, like, force them like one direction. So make sure that's in the right direction, which makes it seat correctly in there. So it's a couple of those things. You're enjoying the cold front, right? Lamy converters tend to give in after a while. We get lots of complaints. You think it's just like a seal thing? Hey, Butto. Now you want to see me. Oh, we're done playing. We want to come hang out. Oh, he just wants to crawl on the desk again. Hey, everyone. Toby's been, you know it's cold when Toby, like, huddles up in blankets in the morning. My wife was washing towels, out folding towels, you know, coming out the dryer. This is what he does. Or what she did to him, and he stayed there like an hour. This was Toby this morning. He was loving life. He was loving life in the warm towel pile this morning. He stayed there for probably like an hour, if not more. I mean, that's life goals, chat. That's life goals. Life goals, right, Toby? You could say your white balance to Toby Floof. That's true. So, yeah, he's a mess. We love him. You're going to be hotter than me in California. This week, we might be. When I try to do that, people call me lazy, right? Dogs have it made. Dogs have it made. All right, what else do you want to talk about? Let's talk about what I need to be doing. So today, again, I am editing Friend of the Show. So that will publish this afternoon. We'll probably do that right around lunchtime today. Oh, okay, reminder. Thursday. Yes, Slumberland Studio is a mad hacker. Swapping all the parts. I love to see that. Lamies are so cool to do that too. I love that. Here's a reminder, real quick. We might be late start on Thursday. You got a 823 as a birthday gift? Yes, that pen is sweet. Good job. I love it. I love it. We might be late Thursday. You may or may not know. My youngest, not Toby, my other furry son, broke his finger in PE on Friday. So that's cool. You probably don't know that. That's how my Friday went, chat. That's how my Friday went. That's what happens when I talked to Glyph, recorded a podcast, and then finished that and got a message that my son broke his finger. So I blame Glyph for that. So now we have to go to the ortho. That'll be Thursday morning, so I might be late Thursday. We're going to stream Thursday, but if I'm late, that's why. That's why. So that is in my status page, chat. Possible late start or something like that. Yeah, it was self-inflicted. He threw a ball and the finger hit the wall. Is how he did it. Like, it wasn't anything like malicious. It's his right index finger and he's a righty. So he's got a splint on it now. So we got to go to the ortho to see like if they'd have to like set it or anything like that. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad, but it's definitely broken. Definitely broken. Sounds like his dad. Yeah. Hope your kid turns out to okay. He's related to me, so 50-50. He was writing some fire lyrics and the pen snapped and broke his finger. Right. That's the way. So anyway, Thursday. My wrist is completely fine. It's totally healed, but I can feel it when I do this. It hurts. Like I can feel like the insides I don't think are ever going to be the same. It doesn't restrict me from anything, but when I move it, it hurts. Like I can make my wrist hurt. So, but thank you for asking. It's just going to be that way. Can you describe exactly what nib grinds are? I hear you talk about architect grind a lot, but I don't understand. What a great question. What a great question. Let's do some visuals here. Let's do it. So this is a great reference that we will show. So if you think of a fountain pen nib, do I have one that's not ground? Yeah. If you look at a fountain pen nib, we'll go back to this in just a second. And strings and pedals is definitely the one to really get in here. So they will tell me when I'm wrong about things. But if you look at a pen, so this is a pen that hasn't been ground. Let's see if we can get this on here for you. So the pen, generally on the end of the pen, they have what's called tipping. So that's kind of this round part here on the end of the pen, right? So what a nib grind will do is change the shape of that tipping. This really isn't getting great on the camera. My influencer hands aren't working that well today, chat. They will change the shape of that tipping into something else to make the line look different. Okay? So there's different results from that, from doing that. You can get a line that is wide vertically and narrow horizontally, or the opposite. You can get a line that's thin vertically and wider horizontally, depending on your writing angle. Right, so this is a good, and then all kinds of different, like more complex things in between, right? So what we talk about the most is something like a cursive italic. That nib's not going to show up. So this is where you get a wide vertical stroke and then a thin horizontal stroke. So there's some line width variation, like in something like this cursive italic right here in the middle. And then there's different ranges of that cursive italic. How sharp are the edges, right? Then we get into things like the next level is, okay, I like a cursive italic, but do I want the edge of the cursive italic to be really crispy, right? Are the edges sharp, like on this formal? Or are they more rounded, like on this cursive smooth italic? So you kind of want to read through this page, and it gives you some good basics. You want to look at the cursive italic and then the stub as kind of your basic grinds, right? And then you'll get a lot of things that play off of there. Okay? So it's basically the goal is to change what your line looks like on the page. At the same time, it has to fit your handwriting style. So, me being a print style writer, I'm going to like nibs that might be different from someone who writes in cursive because the nib is going to hit the page in a different way, right? So, this is a good starting point to figure out what this terminology is, what the lines are like by these different grinds, and what's the difference in some of these. So you can read about the architect grind here, things like that. So this is a good resource just to kind of kick it off. And I know that's maybe me rambling a little bit too much, but you want to start small with the basics. Go read up on what a cursive italic and a stub nib are and what they do. Then read what an architect nib does, and then probably stop, and then just kind of think about how those things might work for you. So that's kind of where I would go, just to get that base understanding. And then understand why you would want to grind. They're not for everybody, right? Like, I have some nibs that are a needlepoint grind. That is definitely not for everybody, right? Like, a cursive writer is probably going to hate my needlepoint grind unless they write teeny tiny. Is there a page where I can see how the lines differ depending on the nib writing? Yeah. Where can we find that? I know I've seen some examples before, but I can't think of any off the top of my head to link to. Does anyone have an idea for Red Kite to share? Does Goulet have those varying line widths? I know they have the standard nibs. Do they have the grinds? Bender might have it, yeah. Here's this just came up in a search real quick. Okay, let me look at the Nib Nook now. This has some examples, but not very many. But it's a good reference. Okay, so Goulet does have that in there. So you can hit the drop downs here. Loaded question, who are the better nibsmiths? I don't think that's loaded. There's like most of the nibsmiths who go to the pen shows and are putting themselves out there, I would sit at any of their chairs, right? Once you find a style, you might, like if you're like an architect person, you might find someone who does an architect grind that you prefer over someone else's architect grind. Or you might find someone who does a needlepoint grind that you prefer over someone else's needlepoint grind. That's like a phase 2 question. Phase 1 is like, who are the good ones? If they're showing up at pen shows, I'd pretty much sit with any of them. Like, again, like I'm not going to rank my friends, right? Because they're all pretty good. But what you're going to find is eventually you will say, oh, I like how this person does this grind versus that other person. And that doesn't mean one is better than the other ones. It means they've hit a preference for you that works better when you work with them. Does that make sense? Some are more gooder though. I mean, yeah, I could probably come up with a ranking, but I'm not going to do it. Like I will always sit with Mark Bacchus, Mike Masuyama, Matthew Chen, Gina, JJ Lax, JC, Damien. Like literally, I am sure, and I'm forgetting like a million people. They're just all good. Hey, Dimmer, everybody but Annabelle, everybody but Strings and Pedals, you're good. Kirk, yeah. Kirk is known for his needle points, like right? Like Mike Masayama is known for his needle points, right? They do really good jobs of that. Gina, I like their journaler nib. It's like more of a stubby nib, and they also did like a really good Naginata Togi. Matthew Chen did a great Naginata Togi for me. Like I would go to him again for that as opposed to like some other people. So it's just on and on and on and on. Out of curiosity, why do you not recommend needlepoint for a cursive writer, especially with a gold nib? The tines split. When you're writing like this, and those soft gold nibs are just really like particular. I don't think it feels great. I would have a steel needlepoint would be like an okay choice for like cursive writings, but the bigger and broader your strokes are with a needlepoint, I just don't know that they work that well. New section in Pen Addict top 5 list, Nibmeister. You know I will never do that. Yeah. I will never, ever in a million years do that. So I think those links should work. But yeah, but I mean, I have a couple of friends that write tiny and in cursive that use needle points, but it's pretty, it's on the extreme end of things, I think. So, I mean, so Magical Quill, that is worth trying, right? And I would recommend a steel nib to try. And yeah, I don't know. It would be worth testing. This page intentionally left blank. That's exactly right. Top 5 friends. We should just start it there. When are you making YouTube shorts for your top 5 list? I wouldn't even do a short because I actively hate shorts. I would just do like a video, even if it was only like 2 minutes long. I wouldn't subject anyone to YouTube shorts. Love my 3776 needlepoint for printing over cursive. That's cool. Like, so that's the other good thing, like about pen shows, is you can test this stuff out before you commit, because needlepoints are also a more expensive grind, right? You pay more for a needlepoint grind than you do other grinds because they're harder for people to make. I don't watch YouTube shorts no matter what. Agree. Down with the algorithm. Like, I will not click on your short. And I have actively unsubscribed from channels where it's a video, 8 shorts and video. It's like, I don't need all that in my feed. Unsubscribe. I had a meeting but returned. We're still here, software. We're still here. I want to see a Nibmeister challenge where it's amateurs. That should be awesome. That would be so hilarious. That should be the next nib grind. If Kenro does it at DC this year, that should be the thing. And get the Nibmeisters to judge. And that would just be complete madness. That would be hilarious. So yeah, I will let people try my needle points. I have some awesome steel needle points. I will not bring you any of my gold needle points. For all the things that we say, let people won't mess up your nibs, no one will ever touch any of my gold needle points. I think I only have like 2. Like, I'm even scared to touch them half the time. So yeah, but my steel needle points, knock yourself out. Steel needle points are probably one of my single favorite nib grinds. Steel needle points, and then like fine Japanese cursive italic or medium fine. That's like probably 1 and 2. Steel needlepoint, medium fine, maybe fine Japanese cursive italic. 1 and 2, in no particular order. My boyfriend said the same thing about gold nibs. He's saying we can share everything, but I can't touch his gold nibs. You can touch all my gold nibs, just not the needlepoint ones. Gold nibs, I don't care. Like any regular gold nib, I will let anyone try. Just not my needlepoint ones. They are so fragile. I have heard that a lot, that nibs adjust to your style of writing over time. Is that a true or a myth? Generally speaking, that's a myth. There are exceptions to that rule. I have a gold Masayama needlepoint that I have just for admiring. He did my Pelican M405, and that is the most fragile nib I own. Would you know how close a Sailor EF compares to a needlepoint? It's usually like a 0.2 millimeter versus a 0.1 millimeter. So twice as wide, technically, but still very tiny, but wider. So you're looking at 0.2 in the EF versus the 0.1 in like a UEF, something like that. I thought gold nibs adjust raw writing over a massively extended period of time. Sure. Or the exception is if you have an interesting writing angle or different or heavy writing pressure, you can like twist the pen a little bit. In general, the time frame to wear it out is gonna be much longer than letting someone borrow your pen for a minute. Parker spread the lie that nibs adjust to your hand to sell more pens. The contradiction was if you lend out your pen, you would adjust to your friends and hand it right away. Yeah. Or if you write on stone paper a lot. Yeah, friends don't let friends use stone paper, chat. Needlepoint Pelican. Yep. It's gnarly. I never use it. I have bent that nib inking it in a bottle before where I wasn't careful and had to have him fix it. That's how fragile that pen is. I put it in an ink bottle and it hit the bottom and I just, not thinking like real quick. And that's how fragile it ruined, it messed up the nib. Would you recommend working with a nib meister to find a grind that works for you based on writing angles, rotation, rather than knowing a particular grind to go for? Absolutely. That is one of the things many of them will specialize in. Hey, like JC, the nib tailor, when I wanted an architect for him, he gave me a piece of sandpaper, like fine grit sandpaper, and ink the pen, like dip the pen, and then I wrote, and then he could see on the nib what my angle was like when I was writing. So there will be people that will do that kind of thing for you to help them give you the most useful product for your writing style. Absolutely. People who are professionals in that, like strings and pedals, will be able to like adjust visually and like tactically looking at the line. Absolutely. That is one of the great things about being able to sit with a nib grinder. For sure. What's your age limit for kids to touch your pens? I mean, no age limit. I mean, I'm not going to give like a 5-year-old my Nakaya, but I mean, I've given my Nakayas to like strings and pedals, so that's kind of like the same thing. So it just depends. Yeah, and a lot of the nib grinders will have sample pens out too, so they can test. Planning to go to Detroit for my first pen show this fall. Anyone else planning on that show? I am not, but that's usually gets a decent crowd in Detroit. Yeah, Connor, for sure. On a different topic, any recommendations for good travel notebooks that are bigger than field notes? Soft cover or hard cover? Because I instantly think soft cover when I think travel notebooks, because that's how my brain works. More portable, but some people might want hardcover. Because you're going to laugh at y'all might laugh at the notebook I'm going to tell you, but I think it's a legitimate good choice. I'll be in Chicago. Gourmet Pens is going to Chicago. Yay. We should record something in Chicago, Gourmet Pens. You should do a Gourmet Pens Club meetup. Have you tried the gosh darn Aurora yet? That is literally on my list for today, and I haven't. But let's do it right now. I physically brought it in here. I didn't answer the question. Soft cover or hard cover? Oh, so take notes for meeting? Okay, then that's probably going to change my answer. I was going to say Robiki Note, because I love those, but they're tall and skinny. They're like this big. For a weird travel notebook, I always say Robiki Note. That is not the answer. I would look at like an A6 Stayology. Tan and Crimson. Like the A6 Stayology. I'm going to Atlanta because of Bacchus and Jonathan and maybe Masuyama. Yeah, is Mike gonna be there? I don't even know. We know if we had an updated site, wouldn't we? Have you reviewed the Ranga pen yet? I have not. Holding it in my hand, I like it. It feels good. It fits good. It's nicely finished. Same like that. I think y'all should come to the Dutch pen show. Hashtag plug. Yeah, that would be good. Father's apparently debating doing Triangle, which is new to me, but otherwise my next show is until DC. True. Could y'all could drive to Triangle, right? Yeah, Mike still has family there. Mike lived there for a long time. Like when I first started seeing Mike, he was still living in Atlanta. All right, live. I literally haven't touched this since I got home, so I have no idea. Been wanting to visit Utrecht, so I'm considering it. It's like, even though Annabelle's here, and like I'm not just saying that because she's here, it's legitimately cool. Looks like a cool show. You're considering the Triangle show? I haven't done that in a few years. It ends up being a bad time frame for me. All right. All right. It feels great. Yeah, it's super good. It feels awesome. Yeah, so I had a little bit of a alignment issue, and like I kind of messed with it on stream and got it usable, and then I gave it to Annabelle in Baltimore to just like dial it in. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Thank you, Annabelle. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is the illegal ink. Legal in the United States. This is such a good ink for this pen. Dry ink on wet nibs. Your handwriting is super cool. Did you always write like that? No, I used to write better. It used to be better than this. Could you describe the feeling of an Aurora nib? Lots of people saying they are the favorite. So I have two comments on that because I feel like my Optima that's in the box up here is an extra fine steel unplated nib that and older than this pen. I feel like it's firmer and stiffer than this nib. Am I incorrect in any one? Where's 04A? 04A knows. And Optima in the Boxtima. 04A, let me ask you this. Am I wrong in saying that this nib feels softer than my Optima that's like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years old? That feels like a nail. This feels like a normal gold EF. Like it feels softer. But they feel, even saying that, it's relative to other Auroras. Like it's a firm-ish nib, but this one feels a little bit softer to me. So, but I have an Optima that I would describe as a nail, which I enjoy. Like the nib is visually thicker, like than other similar like gold nibs, but this one's different. Okay, so I think I probably have like an older firm nib, and I'd say this is more universally better. This nib is more universally better. For more people. My other nib is like crazy firm, which I enjoy. So yeah. Okay, so I'm not completely delusional. So I got to see O4A's box of Auroras, so they are a better person to answer this question than me. All right, I think we're gonna do one more giveaway. I have both the firm nails and the softer ones, as well as the plated. Yeah. So this nib, despite being both gold 14 karat nibs, they feel very different for me. But I'd say the newer models feel really nice. I'd say they're more universally good, more for everybody. Where the firm ones, I could see some people maybe not digging as much. All right, let's do another giveaway. Then I'm gonna wrap it up. I got things to do. We got podcasts to do. What else can we give away? We gave away a notebook. We gave away an ink. All right, let's find a pen or a pencil or something. I do have the Flex Nib, which I thoroughly enjoy. And they do have a little bit of feedback. Yeah, I do like that. You got it, Papaleo. If you have any questions, let me know. How about a photo opportunity with Brad? What is that, a giveaway? He is begging for something. We're going to do a giveaway. I actually need to see who this is because they're not in the front. And he's acting like it's someone he knows. Hang on one second. My wife's home. For some reason, I didn't even consider that because I didn't see. All right, let's do a giveaway. I was like, oh, I'm glad he likes this person he's barking at. Turns out, yeah, it was my wife. All right, let's do a giveaway. Oh my, chat. Oh my. What are you going to do with me? All right, we're going to do a silly giveaway. Silly giveaway time. This is a rare exclusive item. Rare exclusive item, chat. I don't think you can get these anymore. Papa Lockin with the 10 months of subbing. Let's go. Let's go. Brad, can we give a shout out to Eric Shunk? He's a member of the Atlanta Pen Club. He does most of his art with a platinum preppy and a Roshizuku Takasumi ink. Yeah, let's look. Oh, dang. That's cool. Do I know him? That's some cool stuff. Do I know him? Yeah, Squirrel. I got Squirrel. Hang on. That's cool. Man, I love that. Love it. That's my kind of art. I dig it. I dig it. All right, let's do a giveaway. Rare exclusive pen. Are you ready? I don't know if y'all are going to be able to handle this. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to handle this giveaway, chat. Boom. Box pen. Boom. Boom. Box pen. Bit crystal. Hell yeah, it is. So close, Papa Lockin. It's a fancy bit crystal. Hell yeah. So this is a metal barrel, refillable Bic. I have a few of these left. These are real, like they're legitimately good. But we just never sold enough. But I think Brian just never sold enough of them to really do anything with. It is a Bic crystal holder. That's exactly right. Let's go. I love this pen. Like, you know me. You know I love these things. So let's do it. Let's give this away. Box pen. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. Hang on. I need to shut this door. Let's start this giveaway. Is that a Bic for her? No. That's funny, though. All right. Exclamation point raffle. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to live in the United States. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You have to be present to win. You have to email me your address to ship this pen to. And then you will be awesome. You will be awesomeified. I'm going to shut this door real quick. Ow. Look out for that. What was I going to do here? Tomorrow we're podcasting and streaming. Thursday, Andrew has asked that we get out the Japanese vintage pens and try to test them out, see what they're like. St. John's Pens had some solid silver Bics crystals at Caps. Yeah, I've seen those before. I'm kind of tempted. I will look at them and see when I see them. I will have to check them out. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Tempted. Entries have stopped. Not completely sure I understand the box pen. It is basically a machined aluminum holder for Bic ballpoints. It is as weird as it sounds. And my friend Brian, aka Spoke Design, this was his company. And he was able to customize what they say on them. So like my kids have ones that say Elizabeth and Tyler on them. But he kind of shut that down. Just because it was just like a small little thing. That's why it looks so much like a Spoke Design. Exactly. So sorry, I'm just poking around, seeing if we can find someone to throw it to. We can always go see our friends Burbs or Calix. Just seeing if we got anyone else out here. Sorry. All right, let's do a. So it's rare, no longer post 20K on eBay. Exactly, that's exactly right. You should head this straight to eBay. Predecessor of Spoke Pen. Yeah. Exactly. So all right, pick a winner. Let's go. Bork Ben Bork. Bork Ben Bork. For all the times you've been here, definitely have won before, but not first time, right? Or have you won recently? I'm so confused right now. I am so confused right now. I'm going to write your questionable sushi with this box pen. Watch it probably not right. Of course it writes. It's a Bic. It's not some cheap generic. Let's go. Yeah, not recently. That's what I was saying. All right, see you, Ali Mall. All right. There we go. Very questionable sushi. Spoke design Bic lighter holder when? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, can we get the hashtag brew, or was it brew crew? I always forget my own command. Since brew didn't work. What is it, brew crew? Thank you. There, okay. I guess it just didn't like it if it was at the end. So we do a lot of stationery content on the Twitch. I'm part of an awesome group of friends that stream fun stationery stuff, fun journaling stuff, fun personal stuff, fun gaming stuff. Just really, really cool, like legitimately cool people. I've been fortunate to meet a bunch of them at the San Francisco Pen Show this year. It's just always some cool stuff going on in the crew. Let's go hang out with Calix. Says they are making a sock, like singular sock. No Brew Crew. I don't know any Brew Crew members on right now, I don't think. Unless I'm missing something, unless Connor wants to go live. I'm trying to see. I always feel guilty sending it to the same people, but that's because I stream at a weird time of day, chat. Thank you, Bork Ben Bork. Hey, thank y'all for hanging out. All right, let's go hang out with Calix. Figure out why they're making like a singular sock, singular. That could be interesting. Like, I feel like I'm very into whatever they're doing. Still in work here? Ooh, close, maybe. All right, let's do this. But I always feel guilty not rating somebody, even if it's someone I raid all the time. So let's do it. Hey, thank y'all for being here. Podcast tomorrow. We'll stream afterwards about 11:30ish. Thursday we'll be back streaming. Thursday we'll get out some Japanese fountain pens. That should be interesting. Uninked vintage Japanese fountain pens. We're gonna make a mess on Thursday. It's gonna be a fun one. All right, take care. Stay awesome. Love y'all. Bye.